Hello and welcome to The Pulse. I'm Ron Roberson. With us is Cathy Taylor. She is the founder of Hurting Moms, an organization that you need to take note of because they are doing some special things in our community. Cathy, well,
Thank you. It's great to be here.
wow, where do we start? This is such a great organization. I've had a chance to go in and do some work with you all and meet some of the people that you actually work with. And it's something that has stayed in my heart and my mind ever since I've met you. For those that don't know about you, first of all, give us an overview of what Hurting Moms is all about.
Well, Hurting Moms is basically a support group to help moms who have kids that are making basically bad choices in their life. It was inspired by one of my daughters who was using drugs and running away and ditching school, and I didn't know where to turn, and I felt so alone and felt like the worst parent in the world, and so I thought it would really be a good idea if I could meet with other moms, be with other moms that were going through similar things, and that's how it started.
Wow. And it's come together. It's a viable program in some churches and expanding. You all have a book or something that's coming out pretty soon as well?
We do. At first I just kind of wrote something myself, but now it's being published and just about ready to come out. It's a curriculum basically. It's a workbook. It's a 10-week deal. There's 10 sessions. So basically the moms come together and they work their way through this program, this process of learning how to let go of their kids, learning how to trust God with them, learning how to have peace and joy even in the midst of the storm that they might be in. And there's been some moms that have been through it that have had phenomenal changes and healing happen in their life through it. And so that's what my hope and my prayer is, that women will find healing through going through this process and taking these steps.
And it's so difficult, especially for women. Our kids, we love them. As a father, I can say, you know what, you're on your own, you figure it out, But the mom never really lets go, and she's emotionally attached, and she can look at a child and know that he's lying and know that he's going to go out and use again or what have you, but yet there's that bond. You all are necessary to help them, because if you don't do something about that, that eventually can be your demise, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think sometimes we can be the one that prevents them from hitting what we call a rock bottom and starting to heal and get better themselves, because we enable them. They're our child. We don't want to see them out in the street. We don't want to see them broken and hurting, but the bottom line is they have to be ready themselves. They have to be the ones to decide they want to get help. So this program is about helping the mom to be able to deal with that and deal with her emotions. And I think one of the beautiful things about it is having moms getting together that hurt like that and listen to each other and relate, and you find out you're not alone.
Yes.
We feel like you're all alone. You feel like you're the only mom that's going through this. So to find out you're not alone and to be able to pray for each other and with each other, it's a really great experience.
I happened to attend one of your meetings, but it was a simulated meeting as it relates for a video that you all were putting together. And even in going through the simulation, I saw tears. One of the ladies was, and I can see her right now. She was at the door and simulating the fact that her son was on the other side of the door begging to come in, but she couldn't let him in.
Yeah.
And in reenacting all of that, brought the emotions right back up again.
Yeah. It does. I think there's nothing like it I think that's why I wanted to do this. There's something about that mother-child bond, and we're talking about adult children mostly. When they're little, they do what you tell them to do. They look up to you, they love being around you, and then they get to be teenagers and adults, and that's when all of a sudden we realize, oh man, I don't have control over this kid anymore. And so we have to be tough sometimes with them, because keep letting them in, they keep making the bad choices. And so ultimately, I think the fear, for me anyway, my fear was that she was going to die, and there was nothing I could do about it.
Nothing you could do. Yeah, wow. It's powerful. It's life-changing. It forces you to make some decisions in your life. Who comes to you? I've noticed all different walks of life, all different ethnic makeups. Who comes to you?
moms, first of all. But yeah, really any kind of mom, any kind. We have moms whose kids, I've had them where their kids are obviously drug addicts or alcoholics, or they're living a criminal lifestyle. We've had people that come. I had one mom whose child had become a witch, or was living in a Wiccan in a situation. Where it's basically where the child has disengaged somehow from the family, and they feel helpless and hopeless, and there's nothing like that sick, churned up feeling in the pit of your stomach when your child is out there like that. I can remember waking up in the night and not knowing where my daughter was, and being scared and feeling all alone. And so really, yeah, all walks of life. It doesn't matter. It can be somebody a stay-at-home mom, it can be a doctor or a lawyer or a pastor, and you never know.
Yeah. Cathy, I experienced firsthand the inner workings of this program when we interviewed a lady, and I think maybe days after the interview, her child died.
Yes.
And I'm wondering what her life would have been like if she had not had Hurting Moms.
That was, she had 2 children that were addicts, and one of them did overdose not many days after we filmed that. And I remember hearing, I wasn't there, but I heard that she said just the fact that she knew these moms were praying for her, that she knew that her child had been surrendered to the Lord, who loves that child more than she does, got her through it. She still had a sense of peace. She was devastated, of course, and broken and hurt, but that she was able to still have a sense of peace through that, knowing that God was going to get her through that as well.
Yes. For someone watching this program and saying, wow, I need to be a part of this, what's the process?
The process, there's a website, www.hurtingmoms.com, and it'll be up and running within the next probably 2 weeks. And that is where you can go to order material. There'll be information on there, some of my stories on there. And that's the best place right now to be able to get involved in it. If someone would like to lead a group like this, it's like talk to your church. I think this group will probably mainly be in churches where people come together. It's very Christ-centered. There's a lot of scripture in it. So I would suggest that they can get in touch with us through the website, and we'd be happy to walk them through that and help them get something like that started in their church.
Yeah. Awesome. Cathy, thank you so very much,
Welcome.
and God bless you in all you do. And wow, and I know you like to remain low-key about things, but we need to blast this abroad because there's so many hurting moms out there that need to have recovery. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. And thank you for joining us on The Pulse. I'm Ron Roberson. We'll see you next time.